I brought him in. And of course, Sonia Dial was part of the project as well. And so what we did is that we had our regular soybean oil diet. And then we also supplemented the diet with an analog of vitamin B1. And so we were giving the mice a lot of this analog just to make sure it was going to work. And what we found was that, yeah, if we supplement the soybean oil diet with a lot of vitamin B1 analog, they do not get as fat as the other ones, right?
Soybean oil makes them fat over time. Soybean oil supplemented with high doses of a vitamin B1 analog, they don't get as fat.
That's right. That's right. And then we also did the metabolomics, and we saw that, yes, in fact, the soybean oil diet is similar to the one that we've been using all along. Now we modified it a little bit. We got rid of the coconut oil. It's like 35% total fat. That soybean oil diet that makes mice obese, it does decrease the amount of vitamin B1 in both the liver and in the blood.
Wow. So it's not that you guys engineered a diet that lacked B1 or something like that. It's that giving soybean oil seems to somehow decrease vitamin B1 in the liver and elsewhere.
Yeah. Huh. And so vitamin B1 is most well known, I guess, for memory and other things in the brain, but it's also very important in energy production, et cetera.
Right. Right.
So, and so this was published in an abstract, the American Physiological Society, and we've not had a chance to write up all our results and get it submitted for publication because we were working on these other things, but we're definitely planning on doing that. So the question then is how does the soybean oil diet decrease the amount of vitamin B1? And a lot of you can get vitamin B1 from your diet. Everything else in the diets are controlled. In terms, so we specifically had the diets made. So usually when they make diets for you, there's this one company, Research Diets, that does all the formulations. They're really, really good. They have excellent scientists there. And in addition to whatever fat or sugar you want, they have usually a vitamin mix, right? And that's a standard mix. But we said, well, no, we have to make sure we have just a minimal amount of vitamin B1 in the mix, right? Because we want to look at effects, right? And so, okay, so where are we going with this? Okay, so we're getting some vitamin B1. Okay, humans get vitamin B1 from many different sources, but also one important aspect of vitamin B1 metabolism is the gut, the bacteria in the gut. Bacteria in the gut can actually make vitamin B1 as they can the other B vitamins, and they can also degrade it or use it or deplete it.
Got it. So there's probably at least three things I can think of that might control vitamin B1 absorption. There's how much you're ingesting and putting through your tubes, A. B, there's how much the bacteria are using, metabolizing, or producing more B1 within the gut itself, in addition to how much you eat in your food. Yeah. And then C would be how permeable your gut is, how much of the vitamin B1 from any source is actually able to get in.
Yeah. And so, so we've done some initial microbiome analysis on these experiments. We still have some more to do. We then, in a later phase of the project, we also compared it to grass-fed beef tallow. Yep. This, I'm not a big meat eater, but sometimes you just get really hungry and you want a really good hamburger, right? And there's a lot of vitamin B's in meat, et cetera. And so the grass-fed beef tallow, so again, we have this exact same amount of fat, different types of fat, the exact same amount of total calories between the soybean oil and the beef tallow. Those mice gain the same amount of weight as the soybean oil ones, okay? Now, I should also say we're just measuring body weight.